Thanks for your support. Well, I left town and I stumbled across this little farm, kind of out in the middle of nowhere, kind of secluded off the main road, thinking it may, hey, look at there, all the comforts of home. This may be a place to settle down in, homestead, so to speak. So I'm gonna, wind up having a place to live instead of sleeping out in the trees. Different place every night. This actually has some beds, looks like a lot of storage. I think that's a lot more attractive thought than just running around with everything on your back. Keep looking around, see if it does suit our needs. A lot of doors, a lot of doors. So it's kind of secluded. And like, oh, mother-in-law suite. It's not a bad looking place either. Actually, strangely enough, this looks like it may be cleaner than the house, the main house. It's definitely a lot better shape. I'm thinking it looks like it has the advantage of only having one entry, which means it's easy to secure, but it also has the disadvantage of only having one entry, which means you get in here, it's easy to get trapped and know where to go. I don't know, I have to think about that one a little bit. It's got a little gate. I was talking earlier about getting some livestock and trying to raise instead of out hunting, and this looks like that might support that very well. Nice barn. I could actually keep something inside if weather got really bad. Oh, hey, some tactical gear. That rocks. Yes, hot dog. Kind of surprised to find that here, but don't look a gift horse in the mouth, huh? So, with that said, if there's a nice place I can store some things, I can pick up things like these little luxury items, like the gas lamp for propane and gas stove, things like that. Maybe some more equipment, tools. Stuff that I just normally can't carry on my back very well. It's a nice looking. Look at that. You can see farm implements right there. Some already. Maybe try gardening again. Get some, keep my ears a little warmer. There we go. So my garden worked pretty well in town, so I'm thinking out here, really spread out. Maybe do better. I noticed a well on the property, so that water shouldn't be a problem. There's a big stockpile of hay up here, as well as some drinks. So I'd have some forage for the animals, so wouldn't have to depend strictly on grass. But all sorts of goodness to be found here. Oh, see, there's more hay over there. Yeah, I'm thinking this could work out. It may not be permanent, but maybe a semi-permanent place anyway. I think at least try. I think first thing I need to do is determine security. I think that's the big part. And I found some lock picks, and I was actually curious if you could pick a lock and open it with these. Why couldn't you use the lock picks to close a lock? So I'm gonna give that a shot and see if I can't lock myself in here. And there it is. It works. There you go. That's a pretty sweet deal. I mean, I understand it's not going to keep people out, but it's at least makes them have to work to get in. They can't just stroll in the front door silently. They'll have to make some noise. With multiple doors like this, I can actually have defense in depth. Same with this. That means there will be... let's get dinner. Yeah, I don't need that. So like I was saying, get the defense in depth. If there's more than one door they have to go through, that's definitely going to make some noise. So I'd give me some time to prepare myself. If I get upstairs, that's pretty much a little funneling type thing, so secure me a lot better. Oh yeah, I'm thinking I'm liking this quite a bit. There's a stove over here. If I can figure out how to light a fire in it, it's got the flue going outside, so maybe I don't have to have an exposed campfire. Yeah, the more I think about this, I like it. I think I'll start storing some stuff in here, so I don't have to carry it all. And of course, when I store it, I like to stack it vertically on its rounded edges because I'm talented like that. Okay, so anyway, I think only thing left to do is have a drink and christen the new home. Alright, well if it's going to be home, there's some work I need to be doing. Like I said, I want to get to work on that garden I was talking about. So let's go out there and find a spot. Alright, kind of picked a place a little bit away from the house, so on casual observation, maybe somebody wouldn't look over here and see the garden area, but it's not so far, it's hard to get to. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and start clearing this land, dig me some little spots out of it, and try to get some things in the ground. Well, I've got several different kinds of seeds, so I think I want to just plant a little bit of each. Get a couple of tomato plants, and then I've got a pepper that I want to try something with, and then I've got some pumpkin seeds. Right now, there's my tomatoes. Go ahead and put this up. And I'm going to cut this pepper open, get the seeds out of that, try to plant those in directly and see what comes up. Well, duh. I mean, it's going to be peppers that come up. I just want to see if I can get them to grow, if it's any kind of viability here. So my 2 pepper plants, okay, and then finally I'm going to throw in a couple of pumpkins just to round the whole thing out. And I don't want to plant in too much. I think I could probably go huge, but I don't want anything rotting on the vines. So right now I believe I'll just go ahead and water my plants and get this garden started. I noticed the farm has some outbuildings too, so you know anything like that is helpful. Someplace useful to store stuff. Oh, like this big can of fuel. That's pretty nice if I had a vehicle. I have to keep that in mind. Well, I went back to my mother-in-law's suite and thought I would play with this gate a little bit and go ahead and shut the door, keep anything out. Thinking if I could lock that gate as well, that would be one more layer of security. Again, no, it can't keep people out, but it's a metal gate, so it's probably a little harder to get into. So if I can just make this lockpick work on that. And it did. There we go. That door's still locked. That's good. Now back to my privy. It looks like it comes with all the extras. It's got paper for use and reading material. What more could a guy ask for? Well, some time has passed, so I'm gonna go back and check my garden again and see what it's looking like. It looks like everything's starting to sprout up. That's pretty good, 100%. We'll give it some time and see how this thing grows. All right. Well, time has passed, and sure enough, look at this bountiful harvest. My goodness, there is tomatoes and peppers. There's plenty here. In fact, that's pretty nice. I believe, oh, look over here, even got some volunteer plants. What a deal. Well, I think I'm going to use this shed and store some of my seeds in. Yeah, just so I know where to go back and find them. Again, there's no need for me to be carrying everything if I can stockpile some around. Let that tomato sit out here and I'll harvest the seeds out of it as well. What was that? I thought I heard something off in the distance, but oh well, we'll maybe just stay inside here, be a little quiet. So I drop my hoe out because I use that for gardening as well. Thinking I'm hearing footsteps. Oh yeah, they definitely got visitors. Oh, there we are. Doesn't matter how much you try to Martha Stewart, you're still going to wind up having the zombies come and remind you that you're in a bad place. So I guess that's a good life lesson. Don't get complacent. You know, there's still bad things out here. They're still ugly and smell bad and they hurt. At least I killed it far enough away from the house that it's not going to stink. Anyway, back to my garden. Thank you very much. I actually believe I would like to figure out what I'm going to do with all these plants. There's actually a lot of food there. Granted, I'm hungry and I can definitely eat that first and save my canned goods. I'm not sure how long it'll last on the vine. I'm figuring that's the place to keep it freshest. I believe I'm going to go harvest part of it again to kind of keep going as seeds, and then some will be food, some will be seeds for next time around. I'll just try to keep it going like that. I'm going to have a lot of peppers, it looks like. save one to eat off of. And I've got some little plant material that I'll make a compost pile. Everything has a purpose out here, one way or another. So I'll just go ahead and lock this shed up and keep all the vermin out, both two-legged and four-legged type. Hopefully. There we go. Yeah, this lockpick's almost a game changer. We'll see. We'll see. Well, with that said, got the garden. I think this gives me a good place to kind of go and expand around, kind of circle out and see what kind of goodness I can find. Something I can stockpile. So I'm going to leave this in orderly fashion, close up the privy. Go lock myself in for a restful night under relative security. And see if I can build a fire in that stove over there and rest up for my travels tomorrow.